What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's Mike Diva hitting y'all with another video. Alright, guys. So, remember, if y'all watched my video from yesterday or the day before yesterday, I said I was going to have a part 2 because I was talking about the Tupac and Biggie beef. Now I noticed I dug up a little bit, not too much, just a little something. I dug up when Biggie made that album going back to Cali. Tupac was already dead. That album came out in '98, but it got produced in '97. Biggie came out in '94. He got killed '97. But I think that's some type of era because going back to Cali came out. Whatever it came out, Big Tupac wasn't alive. And I think that's probably what got Biggie killed, because why would you make up going back to Cali when Tupac got killed? He didn't get killed out Cali. He got killed in Vegas. So why did Tupac rap about Biggie? Why did Biggie, I'm sorry. Why did Biggie rap about Tupac when Tupac always said in his videos, his interviews, that Biggie wanted to be like Tupac? Now, they both was cool. Tupac messed with Biggie. They was cool. You know what I'm saying? They was cool. I think Biggie got them killed. I think Biggie was in something he didn't know he was in. And Pac was trying to, tell him, this game ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because Pac rode with Digital Underground. He had to build his name up. He built his name up because a lot of people, when they go on records, it don't matter if they going to California, New York, or whatever. Because Eve, I found out that Eve was in Cali. She did her, well, she didn't do no records. She was over there, then they transfer her to New York. So when you in that life, in that game or whatever, you don't know where your record deal gonna be at. So in order for Tupac to come out with his record deal, he had to, go to California. So because even when he was dancing with, the Digital Underground, Do What You Like, when he was on that video, Tupac was on 3 videos of Digital, 3 or 4. He might have been in a few other ones or on there. We didn't know about Tupac at the time. We just knew about Digital Underground because Digital Underground came out with a hit in June or whatever, and they put him under. They put Tupac under Digital Underground to get him out there. Now, once he came out, y'all notice he came out with Dear Mama. No, I'm lying. It wasn't Dear Mama. It was Brenda Got a Baby. That was his first debut, but nobody even knew about Tupac even then, but he still made hits. And Digital Underground was out in the 80s. I think the late 80s. And they were still out. You know what I'm saying? They were still out. But, at the time they faded out. And that's when Tupac, you know what I'm saying? He came out. And then once he came out with Brenda's Got a Baby, he had did the Poetic Justice video. Not the video, the movie. He was on Poetic Justice. And I think, Brenda's Got a Baby had home to do with, he was on movies and stuff like that, which Biggie would have been on movies too. But I think Biggie was more caught up in the in the, because he always said he was always going to be a drug dealer. So I think Biggie was still caught up in that fast life more than Tupac was. Tupac knew the game. You know what I'm saying? He knew what to expect with the game. He knew how to flow with the game. You know what I mean? And I think that Pac, Pac said it in his interview. He said he told Biggie how to get not even money, but how to attract people. You know what I'm saying? For money, because you want to find out. You gotta go into the root of the ground. You gotta go into the root of the trees to even pinpoint. You know what I'm saying? Where Pac even came from. You know what I'm saying? And once he came out with his album, he went back to New York. And he probably was out about met into Biggie, or he probably knew Biggie. But Biggie didn't even come. See, that's the thing. Biggie thought Pac came out in probably like 92 when Brenda's got a baby. But Pac probably told him like, yeah, I was with Digital Underground and this and that and then blase this and blase that. But I think Biggie probably knew about Digital Underground. We just don't know that he knew, or we just don't remember. We remember him being on a Humpty joint. And I think that was his first Digital Underground. I think that was his first. Back then it was called cassette. His first cassette, and then he had other cassettes. You know what I'm saying, as well. But Biggie probably didn't believe him. Like, yeah, I came from Digital Underground. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you how to get this money. I'm going to tell you what to do, what not to do. And Biggie just thought it was a joke. Like, no, this boy ain't been for no Digital Underground. Because how was it that Pac was even... I think this is what I think. And, I'm not trying to start nothing, but I think Biggie was like, no, this bull, price spreading word. When you young, they was young bulls, 24. You know what I'm saying? Something be like, damn, I did that back then. You know what I mean? I've been there, done it. But it was too late for them to say I've been there and done it. They just done it. And you know how young boys be like, no, he going around talking about he was with Digital Underground. Because at a point in time, you will forget, like, damn, you know what I mean? And I don't think Pac was too antisocial with certain people, just with people, period. He was cool with people, but he wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying, like, messing with people like Biggie was just out there. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was just out there, just, you know what I mean? Trying to get this and, trying to do that and doing this, doing that, or whatever. And I think that Biggie told one of the whoever it was, Pac was on messing with Digital Underground. So they probably like, how he messing with Digital Underground? Because they didn't back then. They didn't know, like, when you get record deals, you gotta sign this, and whoever you gotta do what you gotta do to get your record deal, even if you gotta go to another state or past the state. And they probably like, he from, you know what I mean? He from New York. What he doing over there? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, do their record deals and they have to go to. Some people from probably Philly go to Miami. Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people from Miami might go to California. It depends on that record studio. It depends on that record studio. Who can you blend with? Who can you rhyme with? You know what I'm saying? Not even who the best lyrics, but who you can, you know what I'm saying, jam with. What CD we gonna put you on? Or, you know what I mean? So you might even be back and forth. But being as though Pac was alright and they kept him over there, he was in Digital Underground, I'm not even sure. He was probably a part of Digital Underground, and they was just ready for Pac to come out with a CD or a cassette or whatever. Because right after that, like 2 years, I'm not quite sure what Digital Underground really first came out. But I know it had to been about in, I'm going to say about the late 80s, about 88. I say about 89. I say about 89. 88, 89. And, you know, they was from the West Coast. Oh, I mean the East Coast. They was from the East Coast because Biggie and them was from the West Coast. One of them. I get confused a little bit. And I know I'm supposed to get it confused because I'm doing a video. Y'all gotta excuse me. Yeah. Well, yeah. Biggie was from the East Coast and they was from the West Coast because Pac always saying West Coast, West Coast. So, yeah, they was from the West Coast. And I think as I'm getting older, you know what I mean? And I'm getting a little older, and I think it was just some type of what Biggie told them. Biggie, he from West, he messed with them West Coast Bulls or whatever, and they might have got jealous. Like, hold up, how you messing with West Coast Bulls? You from New York, and I think that's what got Biggie shot up, not Biggie, Tupac shot up in the studio. Because what other reason they want to shoot Tupac? He ain't mess with, he ain't dealing with nobody. He rapping, he knowing these people, he knowing that people. You know what I mean? He got his CD out. He came a long way. And if you notice, Pac came a long way. Biggie came out in 94 with Juicy. Everybody was on it. Just like everybody was on Brenda. Brenda's Got a Baby. Everybody was on Brenda Jones. Then Juicy came out, I think, 2 years after Brenda, or either Brenda came out either in 90. Brenda's Got a Baby came out between 90, and I'm going to say between 90 and 91 because TLC and them was out. TLC and them came out. Y'all know this. TLC came out in 92. I believe between 91 and 92. TLC came out. But rewind back and forth. Pac came out and his album came out. I think Brenda came out in 91. And Biggie came out 94. Because y'all know it was Wu-Tang and all of them. It was a whole bunch of them. Truthful Snick and all of them was out. But Pac didn't rap like... Well, I can't say that because back then when I was growing up, our raps was way different. Like, we didn't have all that violence and all that stuff out. It was little stuff. But back in the 80s year, and we wasn't allowed to listen to all that. And they didn't play certain stuff on the radio about NWA and stuff like that. Cause when I finished 12th grade, guys, I did my report on music. I went all the way back to like the probably 50s, and I could have went way, cause you know when you graduate, you got to do a report or whatever. And I should have went back to the 30s, but I did NWA. I forgot who else I did. I know definitely I did NWA, and they was really on NWA, y'all. But this ain't about NWA. This about Biggie and Pac, because they saying this and that, but they not going back and stating where Pac came from. And you know what I'm saying? They not going to do that because it's going to cost them so much money to acknowledge. Well, he even say they don't acknowledge him. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all look at through what you like, Humpty, any Digital Underground, Pac is on them. Pac is on them, and like I said, Biggie came out 3 years later. Biggie probably sacrificed Pac, y'all. Pac think the same thing. Tupac think Pac, Biggie had something to do with. Biggie knew something, y'all. He knew. I think that he knew that about Digital Underground. And you don't really hear too much about Digital Underground. So Suge, mind you, they all is from the West Coast. So Suge, he probably put a word out. Digital Underground probably put a word out. Or whatever, yo, I got some bull. He rap. He good. He been on my albums. You know what I'm saying? Because how did Suge even know? Well, yeah. How did Suge even know about Tupac? Rapping and stuff like that. I mean, he had his own record label, but his record label was Snoop, you know, certain ones like that. So how did Pac came? That, you know what I'm saying? Snoop just coming to New York. I'm gonna get ready to Pac. I'm gonna spend that $1 million on Pac. Somebody put a word in his ear, y'all. Like, get bull, he hot. You know what I'm saying? Put him on your record label. Cause anybody, even people over in New York could have still got Pac out and he could have paid them that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? He could have paid at so many songs and stuff. Cause for real, Pac ain't really have no money like that. Cause he was paying off Suge Knight. He had to pay his debt. That's why they said Death Row. He had to pay his debt to Suge Knight. And when you ain't got no $1 million and your CDs and stuff gotta sell, your stuff gotta sell and make that $1 million. You know what I mean? You don't, like, you gotta go worldwide, overseas, and this place and that place. And it might have, I mean, all his CDs was nice. But at the end of the day, he couldn't even he signed a record deal. But he couldn't, whatever money that he got, he really didn't get much because whatever money he got had to pay off that $1 million. So if you starting off broke and you need to eat, you need a car, you know what I'm saying? You need clothes. You gotta pay all that back. That ain't even including the $1 million you owe. You gotta pay that $1 million back, plus whatever else you get. Sneakers, videos, that costs money. Videos, sneakers, clothes, eating. You gotta pay for housing. You gotta pay for your car note, insurance, everything. So whatever's he getting out, whatever they giving him, he gotta pay it back. So how could you even get on your feet? And that's why I think he reached out to Biggie like, yo, I need help. You need to come and get me out of here. And he was saying, Biggie was saying, I'll be there. And then after a while, he like, hold that. So that's what made him, once Biggie like seemed like he turned his back on him, that's what said, Bunker, I can get out of here. What would y'all do? Stay there or sign that deal? Sign that $1 million. I'm going to sign that $1 million. At least I'm home. At least I can breathe fresh air. I ain't got to be up in nobody, you know what I'm saying, sitting in no cell and just sitting there. And so he said, bunk it. He made that phone call to his peoples. Once Biggie ain't act like he was calling him back or talking to him, he made that phone call, wrote a letter, however the communication was, and he said bunk it. And I think that's how he got hooked up with Death Row. I don't think he wanted to leave New York. But if Biggie was trying to come out with a CD, I think Biggie double-crossed him I'm not saying I think Biggie double crossed him because of the fact that if Pac got shot in 94, the same year Biggie came out with his CD, Pac ended up getting shot. And they were saying Biggie knew something. Pac said it. Blame Pac. Pac said Biggie knew something about him when he got shot. So after he got shot, that whatever was going around that he supposed to rape somebody. That's how he got locked up. I think he got locked up, and that's when Suge Knight had come and got him. I don't think Suge Knight. I think it was not called Death Row, but it was called Death Row because either you gonna be in here. I looked out for you, and Pac was loyal to the game. He was loyal to the game, y'all. That's the thing. Pac was loyal. Pac knew about the game. He was already in it with Digital Underground. He knew about it. That's why he wanted Biggie help. He knew about the game, and it's like a drug game. It's drug money. Nobody's going to let their drug money go. It's just like that. Nobody's going to say, damn, I'm not going to stop listening to Biggie. No. But going back to Cali, I think even though Pac said he was thinking Biggie was trying to be like him. And then I'm like, well, wow, going back to Cali, Pac was in Cali when Suge Knight came and got him. He made a video on Cali right after Biggie, right before Tupac get killed. So now Tupac get killed, and he got a video going back to California, and they like, hold up. Pac can't even vouch for that. He not here. He can't even say, that's my man, y'all. Don't do nothing to him, because they already knocked Pac off. You know what I mean? They already knocked Pac off, but they told him, like, don't go back to Cali. They said, don't go to Cali, and Biggie went anyway. And, you know, I believe if Pac was still alive, Biggie wouldn't have got killed. I believe Biggie wouldn't have got killed if Pac was still alive, because Pac knew people that knew people that knew people. You know what I'm saying? And when he was coming from the Grammys, but they probably got mad like, how the bull rapping about going back to Cali when Pac from Cali, because Pac was mad then. He was mad, so he mad. He's saying stuff out of his mouth like, and that they young. He's saying stuff out of his mouth like, yo, this bull crossed me or whatever. So now they like, Biggie not true to the game. They like, he not true to the game. Then all of a sudden you killed, Pac get killed. So Pac wasn't lying. Pac get killed, and then Biggie come out with going to Cali. I'm going back. So that was like an insult to Tupac. But Biggie didn't look at it like that. Puffy didn't look at it like that. None of them looked at it like that. But the people in Cali was like, hold up, going back to Cali. But my mans told us about how ravished he was and how he wanted to be like him. It's all in the video. It's all in the video. So now they probably like, he trying to come over here and take over. Because that's what it looked like. You took over Pac. Pac got locked up. You took over there. You came out in 94. You took over there. Then you come to Cali. You got to rap about Cali. So they like, hold on. He trying to come over here. He don't know nobody over here. Pac knew people from over there. So he was cool. They weren't going to mess with Pac over there. That's why Pac didn't get killed in California. Pac got killed in Vegas. So whoever he had beef with, they knew, them people even knew they was from Cali, but they knew not to mess with Pac in California. They knew that. And it was hard to try to figure out who killed Pac at the time. So when time go past, it dies down. Because when you mad at that present in time, you want to shoot. You want to do this? So he had time to die. Then once the cops started investigating, and once they investigate, everybody done moved on. You know what I mean? And this and that. But when Biggie seemed like he disrespect Tupac, because Tupac known over in California. He's been known in California. Pac's been over there before, way before Pac came out with Brenda Got a Baby from Digital Underground. Now I'm not saying Digital Underground had nothing to do with no Biggie getting killed and all that stuff. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying because the Digital Underground wasn't out and recently, so why would they have anything to do with that? They don't. They not what they gonna lose. But I'm saying as far as Biggie going to Cali disrespecting Tupac, then they probably like, hold up, why is he over here? Why he rapping about Cali? And he rapping about because he's telling them I'm coming there. I'm going back. He's saying I'm coming over there. But they took it like, oh, you coming here to take over? Oh no, you got to go because this incident with Tupac in the room, and it was out there. It was out there. So I think Biggie got himself killed. I think Biggie got himself killed. And I don't think he had nothing to do with Tupac getting killed. But I think, I know everybody was saying something about Puff, but I don't think Puff had Tupac. I don't think Puff had Biggie killed. I think Biggie got himself killed for making that rap disrespectful. Pac went over there since the 80s. You just came out in 94. You rapping about going back to Cali when Pac just said. So that was kind of a little disrespect. That was a little disrespect. It was. It was. And he proved Pac right. He proved Pac right. So he probably was trying to sacrifice somebody over California to take the shine. Like, I want to go over here. His palm trees out here and this and that. And, you know, he talking about Venice Beach. And he probably been out there. But he probably went out there before the, you know, when Pac was alive. He probably was out there. And I don't think Pac messed with Biggie. Pac was mess with Biggie. Pac wasn't going to let nothing happen to Biggie. Pac wasn't going to let nothing happen to Biggie. He was mad, yeah. He would have rumbled Biggie. Like he said, when I see him, I'm a rumble. So that means when I see him, don't do nothing to him. Let me get him. Is what that mean. He was going to rumble Biggie. It wasn't no shooting Biggie. Pac wasn't going to let nobody kill Biggie. No. Pac wasn't doing it. Pac was going rumbling like a man and let bygones be bygones. It got it off your chest. That's all that was going to be. And I guess, like I said, and when Biggie went to Vegas, when Pac went to Vegas, they killed Pac in Vegas because they knew that Pac was deep. He knew people out in Cali, and it was going to get back to the people. So that's why they did Vegas. That's why they chose to kill him out in Vegas. I think it was planned. I think it was planned because Biggie, they not Biggie, Pac and them rolled on the Bulls. The Bulls started, like they said, and they plotted, that's how they plotted to kill Pac. That's how they plotted to kill Pac. They started some trouble. They plotted to kill Pac over there. And then Biggie come out with going back to Cali. And that's when Biggie got killed because they like, hold up. Something is wrong. Something wrong. He go to Cali, come back, he go there. And then once they found out all this stuff was going on, years done went past. They couldn't even do nothing to the person they killed Pac. They weren't going to let that slide. They wasn't going to let that slide. And Suge might, I mean, Suge probably set it up, faked it off, and all that other stuff, and probably because his debt was paid up. And Pac was like, man, I'm out of here. My debt paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And he's like, no. He said no. So, you know. But it's going to be a part 3, guys. So stay tuned.